Wow, it always amazes me when we get the shit done.
For a long
Right?
time.
I know. And like now this is like just technical, like I was like, whatever.
This is the first time you're doing it without having to switch, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, okay. Welcome to Webshow, the show where friends unwind with the topics that are making us hot. My name is Richard Pucci, and this is my marvelous co-host, Joy. I'm a real vlogger, Nickens. Hello, Joy.
Hey, how you doing? What's up, Ricky?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking.
Oh,
How?
the baby.
Oh, well, as an icebreaker, we are going to continue that game show theme that we had previously.
What
Are
game
you
show?
are you smarter than a beauty pageant contestant?
I think I am, but who knows? Are
Um,
you?
Probably not.
I like to think we are, but who knows?
I
That's
don't know.
some ridiculous questions, though.
You know what? It's so weird. Okay. So, the question for today is
Scared.
if you were given the chance. Oh, I can't read my own handwriting.
Oh, snap.
If you were giving the choice between being beautiful but not so smart, or smart but not so beautiful, what would you choose?
I would definitely be smart and not as beautiful because that's based on a true story, actually. No, I definitely would rather be smarter because if you could do a lot of stuff to make yourself pretty, and of course, like cliche, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Instead of being really bomb gorgeous and not be smart, like people take tons of advantage of you. So, from a girl's perspective, boom. What about you?
From a man's perspective, as a man's perspective, I would have to say that I would also rather be smart than be extremely beautiful. And the reason why is because beauty fades,
Mm.
and if you're going to be smart, it's one of those things that sort of grows over time.
Mhm.
So, and do you want to hear what the contestant actually, the gist of what she said was?
Yes, I was about to ask that.
She said she would like to be beautiful because you could always go to the library and study.
Yeah,
So,
but the option was like you're not that smart. So was that like you're not that smart forever, or?
um, I don't know. It's one of those hypothetical things, but she definitely chose the wrong thing. And
Well,
everybody around her just like was like, ah, ah, and she was like, what?
you know what? If I was one of those chicks, I would have been like, yes, pick that one. You're gonna be out the competition, bitch. Like I would have been like, yeah, girl, take that answer.
You're like,
But
good job, good job, no whammy.
good, good job, Jessica. Whatever your name is, sure. Wow. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have chose that. Oh well.
All right, and if you're watching, leave a comment below as to whether you would prefer to be beautiful or smart. Because if you're beautiful, you could always try to make yourself smarter, or if you're smarter, you could always figure out a way to make yourself look more beautiful.
And if you're both, my number is 555. No,
Five 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 five.
5555.
Don't bait them. Don't bait and switch. Give them your whole number. 555
That's true. I mean, I would hope by the 555, they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm down." I'm gonna slide into her DMs later.
Oh, So, Miss Joy, what were you up to during our break?
Well, I basically, I felt like I had a moment of just lostness. I didn't really know what I was doing with my life. I just kind of felt like, just like blank. And then through talking to my god sister and, praying and stuff, I found my way and I had to be focused on something. So I renewed my YouTube spirit. So I've just been like cranking out videos every day.
I was gonna say you've been very prolific. I've taken a gander at a couple of your videos.
Yeah, I ended up having to I think it was Sunday, and I just watched so many videos in a row. So I'm trying to like get them all out there and, raise the subscription count and just try to put myself out there. And, it was just nice to have that refocus because like, I don't know what I'm doing. So that was mostly, and I tried to, real quickly, I didn't really get to touch it, but I really want to get into this.
Wait, what the heck is that?
It's a machine micro. I'm sorry, please don't rob me, anybody who's out here, but it's a beat maker, and
Yeah.
I saved a lot of money to buy it. However, I could not bring myself to like mess with it because I don't know. I'm not a producer, or I don't have any like. I have like one friend that does beat making, but I'm so stubborn that I'd rather just do it myself and then get help later instead of having someone do it in front of me but not teach me. So
Yeah.
those two things I've been like, all right, boom. What about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, and one thing that I just wanted to add about wanting to sort of play with it a little bit first and then have somebody sort of show you and sort of guide you later is that if you are being guided before you experiment, then you're going to end up taking on the feeling and the vibe of the person teaching you as opposed to really just figuring out sort of what you like first as far as
Yeah,
to do.
it's I feel like it's more of my learning curve or my learning issue. I don't like, how am I supposed to know what to do? See, it's gonna sound stupid when people show me what to do first, but like oh no, I'm sorry, they give me instructions on how to do something, but I don't even know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone just told me how to use a Mac, but I've never touched a Mac in my life, I'm just like, all right, there's an Apple button, there's a command button, okay, and then you got to press the icon for the shift. But if you let me touch it and then you kind of walk me through it and then I do hands-on, that's how I learn. So I feel like with this thing, I have to really touch it and experience it like how I did with the MacBook and PlayStation and even the Canon. I had this Canon forever. I just got a book on it for free. Thanks, cousin Stevie. He gave me a book, and I finally, oh, here it is. I've had the camera for I guess a year now, and I just got a book on how to actually use it. So these things are how I learn. Boom.
All right. Okay, you sent me the vibes to tell you about what I was up to.
Yay!
Let's see. Me and Maggie, we actually had a Halloween party the
Oh
Friday
my god!
the Friday before Halloween, and it was pretty awesome. It was our first adult party, so there was like salad and like an entree as opposed to being like, oh, you want to call up for pizza or something like that, with people there. So
Did you guys bring the snacks, or did people bring it?
no, like I made baked ziti and had salad. She had, a bottle of wine as well as she bought some more hors d'oeuvres. So that was pretty stinking awesome. So it was great to be like an adult and have like 12 people over at our tiny little apartment. So that was awesome. I was yet again a zombie just because I had to do a ton of zombie makeup. I did zombie makeup for a coworker of mine at Supercuts and another coworker of mine. So by the time I got home, I was just like, I gotta just throw stuff on my face. So that's what I did, and it looks pretty awesome. I will probably add pictures down below or show notes. So yeah, that way you guys can see me with like a whole bunch of stuff on my face. And I mean, towards the end of the night, I looked awful, and then I had to peel stuff off and go to work. Other than that, I've just been catching up on American Horror Story Hotel. So I'll be talking a little bit about that later.
Ooh, I've seen from someone that was really scary.
You know what? I gotta talk about it later. I gotta talk about it. I have mixed feelings just because that show it's very complicated. They go off into many different directions, and then always by like the season finale, they tie it all in together in a nice, pretty bow. So more about that later.
Dang. I actually forgot Halloween existed.
Oh yeah, Halloween exists.
I forgot. I didn't go trick-or-treating as much as I wanted to. I didn't get to. And I went home too.
Oh wait, you were home?
I went to Central Jersey. I went home for like a couple hours, and then no, I accidentally stayed, and then I drove up.
See, you could have stayed over at. You could have went to my party, okay?
I know. I'm sorry. See, what happened was it was my mom's birthday on Saturday. That's why I was like, I thought we were gonna do something, and we ended up not doing anything because she already ate in advance.
Mom.
Right. She went to work. We had a birthday party for her Sunday, like last Sunday, because she had to work on her birthday. So I figured, all right, we're gonna go out to dinner, and she was like, "No, I eat Boston Market. I'm good." I was like, "Mom." So
wait,
yeah.
she went all the way over to like Shrewsbury for Boston Market, and she couldn't have a party with you.
Well, no, she works in Shrewsbury.
Okay, you gotta love how I knew exactly, because Boston Markets are not around here.
I was like, no, because there's only one. To me, there's only one Boston Market in that entire area.
There was one in Shrewsbury and one in Wall.
Dang, I didn't even know about Wall.
Wall is where the Muscle Maker Grill is now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang. Oh my god. I'm trying to think. There has been so many changes that I've been like, when I did go down there, I was highly impressed. I was just like, this wasn't here before?
Yeah.
Why is this here?
Oh yeah, Whole Foods are going up. It's crazy. But
what?
There's going to be a Whole Foods in my plaza at Supercuts. Fun fact.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's going to spring 2015. We are not sponsored by Whole Foods.
Hey, Whole Foods. That's not Whole Foods. What?
This just in. We are now doing slight news here at Nightcap. We are bringing Hello, yes. Okay. We are now bringing slight news headlines as current events to you. And we will be discussing the current events. So down below, comment if you have any opinions about what we're going to be talking about.
Yes, please.
So apparently, according to Recode.net, there was an article about the fact that Netflix gets all their material from all the major, news stations, and apparently, the stations such as CBS, NBC, ABC, they're kind of regretting the fact that they've been letting their licenses go. They were able to make a nice chunk of money for stuff that they had already produced. But now Netflix is starting to get the ball rolling, and now they have their own stuff out, so they don't even need that content as much anymore because they have their own fan base, which is growing steadily. So what do you think of the fact that Netflix is starting to grow all by itself because of the content it was able to make because of stuff that they took from other people, as well as the fact that now CBS itself is trying to get into this game? So they're going to be producing and making an online-only. They're using their online-only video service, which is like $7. Or wait a second, which is a $6 a month service to make new episodes of Star Trek.
They're trying to be like a pro Netflix. Like, I'm proud of Netflix for what they did because I wasn't expecting them to get so large and to have all the productions that they have now. But I mean, they deserve it. And then for CBS and NBC and whoever other networks are going to come and do it, I feel like it is a smart move for them, the big corporations. But then, honest to God, we millennials are going to find some way to watch it for free. Like, I don't want to pay heck, we don't pay $7 now for Netflix. Barely. If we do, we pay. But if that's how, if people are, what is it when you're like, not canon, but when you're like solely CBS, that's what that's for.
Mm-hmm.
If you're strictly a Trekkie and you're like, all right, I need to watch my new stuff now, then that's for you. But we barely watch things on TV anyway, and I am not paying $7 to watch something exclusively when I can just watch on the internet 2 days later, or on demand, like YouTube.
You'd watch it 2 days later just to watch it for free. You wouldn't mind waiting and possibly getting like a half a spoiler or whatever.
No, because all we have to do now is just honestly avoid Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. We have to be just completely blocked off from life for 2 days and then watch the show and then come back and be like, all right, guys, I can comment now. But no, that's not a big deal.
I got it.
I'm totally ready for this. Like it's terrible. So what do you think about it though?
You know what? I think that gone are the days when we can just have a TV without hooking it up to the internet. My TV has a password. My TV has Wi-Fi.
Dang, your TV's smart.
Is Wi-Fi enabled. So I got my YouTube on it. I can watch this on it. It's crazy. I can watch Netflix directly from my TV without hooking it up to my PlayStation and Xbox, anything. So gone are the days when the cable box is the primary event in your household. And gone are the days where people are turning on their TV at X time in order to watch whatever show with their friends and their family, across the globe. It's going to be gone. So I think they probably have another 40 years. Another 40 years until like my parents generation, the baby boomers, once they're gone, I think the cable box and all of that is going to be gone, and it's going to be more of like a subscription-based service where it actually might be like this CBS sort of service where like, yeah, I have faith in this station. I'll buy directly from them. I'll buy directly from, Cartoon Network, where you kind of buy channels a la mode. I would see that being more of a thing than necessarily buying the huge package and getting, home shopping network. Who watches that?
Right. I've been wanting something a la mode forever. Like if I could just pick what I want.
Oh, a la carte. Oops. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was a la carte, a la mode. Oh, oops.
I've been wanting something with ice. I've been wanting my channels with ice cream on it forever.
Of course. That would be the Food Network. Boom, right there. In one sense, I'm happy.
Paula Deen.
Oh, God, yeah, we could bring her on. Oh, man, now that she's better.
Paula Deen with ice cream on top. Seriously, like that would be delicious.
Fried ice cream.
That would be absolutely. Paula Deen, you apologize. Thank you. Because you're a hot mess and I love you and I didn't like not liking you.
It felt weird because it was like, well, this is a complete side note conversation, but I was just like, did she say that? For what I remember what she said, and then I was like, oh, okay. And then everyone hated her, and I was just like, dang, like they really came down on her hard. And now she's like, all right, Dancing with the Stars, cool. She's back, so.
She had an ooey gooey butter cake at the Walmart, and I am not a Walmart person. It was so stinking good, and they took her face off of it, and it never tasted the same because you have to see that jolly sort of face, with that ooey cake. And my mom and dad actually, they'd never gone anywhere, and they finally, after 20 or 30 years of marriage, they finally went on a vacation. And they went down to Florida, and on their way, they stopped at Paula Deen's restaurant. And my mom was like, and this was like a little bit of time afterwards, but not like a lot of time. My mom was like, there are a ton of Black people that work there, and they all look very happy. She was like,
Or,
like the people that like know her, like
yeah.
they're like, she was like, I didn't see anything like create. It's not like, oh, that honky.
No, I definitely felt like what she said from what I remember. Again, I'm gonna just say what I think she said was something around plantation or something. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
we get it. Like I don't know what else to necessarily what else to do because it's not like I'm some type of oh god. I'm not like a huge the Black girl represent the what is it called? Ambassador. I'm not like the Black girl ambassador. So I could only say what I've experienced in my life, and it's never been anything like that. So I feel like what Paula Deen probably said was something that she probably would say with her close friends, and it'd be of all races. It wouldn't just be white people. And she's like, yeah, the N-words on the plantation. But if it was was it a dish or something that she named
No.
I don't even remember.
It was something along the lines of the manner in which she. I think there was a rumor about when she got married, the manner in which her wait staff would be dressed. Would be of a servant variety.
See, yeah, I think there's one sense of like trying to pay respect to the South, like their way of living and culture and stuff and how things were back in the day, like old fashioned stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's that whole, oh yeah, but Black people were treated less than human. Like, oh yeah, we forgot about that part. Like, but then again, you know, I hate when Black people in general harbor on that so much. Like I totally understand, and I've seen Black genocide, and I've seen and I've heard, and I've been like, okay, we get it. Like I definitely understand, and it's not something that you can just be like, oh yeah, we forgive and forget. We will remember it, but you know, I don't think it's something where I don't think it could be taken as lightly. Like, I know we can clearly move past, but there's a lot of people that don't want to let it go, and that's why I'm just kind of like, not everybody, you know, had slaves. Like not everyone now.
No, yeah.
Not everyone that's white is like a slave owner. Like
no,
okay, we get it.
My relatives were in Hungary, having to run away because of communism. So
right, I'm like, I
like
hate that
communists
that.
and then communists and then the Nazi Party. So it's just like.
We wasn't even in America when this shit happened. I'm sorry. When this
That's the second time ever curse words were ever uttered here.
I'm so sorry. It was real. I'm sorry.
Because of your passion, I think we should change topics and possibly go to TV shows.
Yes, that's more passion.
What is going on with Gotham? What is going on? Because you fill me in. I don't even watch the show, but you talk about it. What's going on?
Oh my god. I did not get a chance to watch it, the new one, yesterday. I know, I'm sorry. However, I did watch up to the last one. So I think the last time I told you was about the Fire Girl.
Yes, Fire Girl was out and about, and
yeah, so Fire Girl was out and about again, and Catwoman, Selena, was like, girl, relax yourself. Like, you need to calm down. Like, you need to lay low and chill. And she was like, I don't know. I feel kind of good doing this. And she was like, girl, you're evil. Basically. So Selena was like, look, I'm going to help you out. So she went to a club, and it was like all these women slaves, and they were being sold off to pimps and all sorts of evil riffraff. So Selena was like, give me all your money. And she robbed everybody in the place. And she's like, look, here is a ton of money, chick. Leave Gotham. You can have it in a book bag, take the first bus out of here, and do not come back. And she's like, okay. Her brothers somehow find her, kidnap her, bring her back to the house, and make her be their slave for like 5 minutes. And then the girl comes back with her full Firefly suit on with flamethrower. She burns her brothers to a crisp. Yeah, like ruthless. So she killed, but they did bad things to her. So she killed her brothers, and Selena was like, what is wrong with you? I try to help you. And she's like, I don't need help. I'm bad now. And
I'm just imagining her actually saying that with that voice. Like,
it was kind of like that. I'm being dramatic about it, but she was with that aura, like, I don't care. Because Selena was like, girl, you gonna die. And she was like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And then she just went out, started doing her thing. Um, Detective Gordon was on the case. You know, he's bringing his strike team of rookies with him, and they're chasing her around. And eventually, this dumb broad, she she went to go attack them with fire, and the pipe came out, and it leaked oil and stuff.
No, 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 no,
Fuel.
no.
Yes, 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 yes. And she was all like, "Oh my God, I'm the baddest chick in the world!" And then, of course, she like lit herself on fire. And it was like, dang, of course you would do that. Um, but the side note of that is the epic, gruesome love story of Edward Nigma. Oh, the Riddler.
Oh yeah.
The Riddler finally got a chance to be with the chick he's been pining for forever. The
Oh.
other, yeah, right. They finally got together. He's trying to be smooth and sexy, and he's doing a great job at it. It's the first time he actually physically was like not creepy looking or approaching, and he got too comfortable with her and told her that he killed her boyfriend.
The Riddler admitted murder to his new girlfriend.
Yeah, I was like, why would you do that, bro? Like, you have to wait till you get married and then you admit stuff like that. You do not say that on the second date. So,
Like no prenup, no prenup sort of thing, and just be like, oh, you have a better job than me. By the way, I killed your ex-boyfriend.
right? That's where you would let that go after. Well, he waited until they had sex and stuff, but he said it. And she was like, you're lying. And he was like,
And
nah.
then he gave the details.
He gave the details, and she was like, I don't believe you. And then he pulled out the badge. He kept his badge, and he showed it to her. And he was like, this is how I killed him. And she freaked out, obviously, because I'd be like, look, I just had sex with you, and you killed a man. I'm done.
I guess he wasn't. I think it's one of those things that if he was good enough, she would have been like, oh no, it's up. Like,
right.
Like,
if he was Brad Pitt,
don't do that
okay.
again. Don't do that again. Like, you
if he was Johnny Depp or Orlando Bloom or something, she'd have been like, oh no, babe. I can't. No, but she freaked out, tried to leave. He held her in this vice grip around her neck and didn't realize he was killing her. And then he killed her. I'm just like, all right. So those two were like probably to me the most important plots. Penguin and whatever he's doing with the fake mayor dude.
Okay. Yeah.
But other than that, it was really just like the sadness of being able to see Selena Kyle actually care about somebody in the show, which I was attracted to because, you know, she's such a, in the show, she's just like a, I'm sorry, you just say you know, but she's very like, of course, like independent, look out for yourself, you know, Gotham's a ruthless city, but this is the one time that she really put herself out there to be like, look, don't go down this path. I'm trying to help you. You're a childhood friend. And she was like, no. And then she died. I was like, oh no, she didn't die. I'm sorry. She was gonna die. She burned to death. But turned out she was alive, and they dragged her in this bed and they put her in this facility where it's secret on Indian Hill. And that's where they're going to do freaky stuff to her.
Oh, she's coming back. She's coming back.
Yeah.
It's going to be scary.
Oh, full force. It's like Heroes Reborn. You just kind of make up your own mutants or X-Men, whatever. And then they're going to do stuff to her. Oh, yeah.
So,
I know.
Like it was exciting.
It was. And I'm sad because I was going to watch it today or tonight. But then I ended up watching stuff on the internet. And then Fresh Off the Boat was on, and I watched that.
You love your Fresh Off the Boat.
Oh man, it's nice. I did a whole Snapchat on Sunday about Black and Asian characters. It's just mostly all the shows I'm watching have Black people that don't act like regular Black people, and Asians, like not just Asian, but like Indian, you know, like South Asian. So it's nice that there's that diversity happening. It's awesome. Even now, there's Asians in the background and on my TV. Am I watching them? Not really, but they're there.
Well, I mean,
It's
the
nice.
Asians are always there in your heart, you know.
Oh yeah, completely. I love it. What about you? Your shows, please.
All right.
Spill.
So, did you hear anything about the Halloween American Horror Story?
No.
All right. So, American Horror Story Hotel, it's weird. Sort of American Horror Story, whenever they have a Halloween episode, it can kind of stand on its own 2 feet. Like anybody could watch their Halloween
Mm-hmm.
episodes. So it was great because the side plot is the fact that the guy that made this hotel that was originally supposed to be like a murderous hotel where you could hide bodies and it would be impossible to find stuff.
Oh,
On
that's familiar.
well, that's apparently it happened. Possibly, don't.
Yeah, that was a whole murder. That's
Yeah.
a whole murder thing I read. Oh my god.
It
Oh
actually.
wow.
So who knows? That maybe it was true. But apparently, he has a Devil's Night where he invites various serial killers that he sort of guided in their youth. Very famous serial killers end up coming back because they're now dead. They come back and they have dinner and maybe have a sacrifice. And the detective character, he actually was invited to that night, so it was great. I think it's Warmos, Eileen Warmos. She was in, remember Monster with Charlize Theron, where she won the Oscar for being the woman serial killer she was a prostitute and she would kill Johns. She killed 7 men.
No, but what?
So she was there. She was there. Also, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay.
Jeffrey Dahmer was there as well as the Zodiac Killer. But it was great because the Zodiac Killer, Zodiac Killer, his age, he definitely would have died by now. Plus, nobody is like the Zodiac Killer right now, and people like that don't stop killing until they're caught or dead. So, died of old age. And so he actually had, he was wearing all black, and he had a black sort of hood on with the Zodiac sign.
What?
Yes, and then it was great too because Jeffrey Dahmer, he was giving the detective like googly eyes like during that period, which was so great to see because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm like, of course. And then like Lily Rabe, who played the female serial killer, it was great because she was like, Jeffrey's taking a liking to you. Oh, that's what he does. He always finds the best looking one in the room, and it was great. And then it was fantastic to see what it would be like which it's not fantastic, but it's interesting to see what would it be like if all of these like iconic sort of serial killers like were in a room together and like sort of played off of their own tastes.
Did they know he was a detective?
Yeah. They knew that
God.
he was a copper. In fact, he was stopped by the prostitute when he was downstairs. He had a little bit of alcohol, which he had not been drinking up until a couple of episodes ago. It's something about control. And she was saying, he was like, "Oh, who are you? That's an awesome costume." And she's like, "I am her." And so she had the ID. And so the bartender, Liz Taylor, a man that is called Liz Taylor, was like, "Whoa, you're too drunk to see how ugly she is." And then he was like, "I'm too drunk to care." So then he went upstairs and he was like gonna get laid by her, and like she like went ballistic on him. She went ballistic on him, like handcuffed him, and she was gonna kill him. And then like he like just like his hands were back and he just like hit her. It was just it was awesome to see him get out of it. And then later on he finds out he's invited to the night, and then she was like, "Man, I'm so sorry. I wouldn't have done that if I would have known that you were a guest." Because there were only like, I believe there were only like 6 chairs. And at the end of it, one of the major characters, I think Typhoid Sally, she went upstairs and with a man that was going to be a sacrifice, and And he actually was, but it was weird though, because the moment that as they're like stabbing and killing him for dessert, like he sees like Typhoid Sally, and she's like, what's going on? What's going on? And he's like, they're here. And she's like, what's going on? You know, like it didn't make sense, but it definitely was happening in the same room, just different plane.
What?
Yeah, so that's what's going on with American Horror Story. Oh, and also like the detective's wife found out that his son is really alive, and so then she decided that if he's going to be like a vampire creature, because like she took him home. She went to the hotel because she knew that the son was there. She went to the hotel, she took him home, and then while she's like making him juice, either orange or apple, because she's not sure what he would want now because she hasn't seen him in like 3 years. But yet he looks exactly the same as when he was stolen. She goes to make juice, she like pours it all over on the side, and then when she comes back, she's like, I didn't know which you would prefer, apple or orange. She sees that he killed the dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and his mouth is all like bloody, and he like killed the dog. So your child's a vampire. And so then she like went to Lady Gaga, and she's like, what? And Lady Gaga was like, oh well, you know, he's come down with something. This is the technical term, and the only way, and it brings everlasting life. And she's like, bring him back. And
He dead, girl.
She was like, there's no way to bring him back. And she's like, I'm a doctor, I can find out. And she's like, nope, the only way you can do it is to become one of us by pledging your allegiance to me. So she's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And she ran away, and then she ended up coming back, and she suckled from Lady Gaga's upper chest. Yeah, because that's the only way that she could be with her son, who she loves more than her husband and her daughter.
Oh, do you have a daughter? Oh, everyone loves the son more than the daughter. Get out of here. Oh my god.
Well, it's because like when she like held him when he was a baby, he smelled of lavender.
That's a BS reason to love a...
Apparently, she even said that it's not fair. Like, it's not fair how much more she loved her son than anything else in the world.
It's because the son was the second born.
Maybe it was because it was her baby. Who knows?
Yep, that's usually how it goes.
Oh,
it smelled like lavender.
Yep, that's actually the reason why when she like found him in the hotel, that's how she knew she wasn't dreaming, because she could smell it. I don't know. And like Scream Queens, I didn't watch the last episode, but like did you watch any of the episodes?
I did, and then I felt like it stopped airing for like 2 weeks, and then it just came back on.
It was because of like Halloween. I don't know. All I have to say is that I called it that 90s chick.
Yes.
I called it. She was probably the little girl, and who knows, I didn't watch the last episode, but she was probably the little girl that was holding the baby.
Yeah, I was very confused. Yeah, because the last thing I remember with her was she was sitting in that room with the dolls and stuff, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, but she was probably the little girl in the beginning sequence when it first aired, the first episode. Yeah. The one that like found the baby and the mother. I'm thinking she was so enamored with the baby from the start. Yeah. And it makes me wonder, is the main character the one that looks like the girl from the Carrie Diaries? Is she the baby?
I don't know now, because it pointed to her, and then it was just like, oh wait, no, it's not her. And I was like, okay, well, I guess not. I'm just upset that the Asian chick died, the Asian lesbian butch girl. I was so upset. I was like, why'd you kill her? She was such a down girl. Like, I loved her.
And her girlfriend, or the girl that like she was like flirting with,
yeah,
like the killer didn't even kill her. It was her, because she was like, you screwed me over. You go downstairs.
I was so mad at that. I was like, please, because now I can't see her again. Like, I've never seen that girl on TV, even a character remotely like her on TV, and then they offed her. I was like, oh man.
They offed the Asian butch lesbian.
Oh, I loved her. I really did. Like, the times where she actually had lines, I was like, yes. But now she's gone. I do like what's her name? Abigail Breslin. Is
Yes,
that
yes, yes, yes. Chanel number 5.
I enjoy her.
I think she's so cute, and I thought it was hysterical how she was dating twins,
Yes.
and they all knew about it. And then, in which point she like had to choose. He's like, "Who do you want, Roger or Dodger?" And like they're like, "It's tearing us apart." And then she's like, "I guess I'll take you." And then all of a sudden the other one dies, and then she's like, "Oh, we're together." And then that one dies, and then she's like, "Oh, sorry about your girlfriend. Oh, I'm sorry about both of your boyfriends."
Right? It's for some reason that her vagina has teeth.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. That's right. The main character in that show tried to convince everybody that her vagina has teeth.
is it Emma Roberts? Is that her
Yes.
name?
Yes, and she's Chanel.
I love to hate her. I like her, but I love to hate her even more. It's more fun.
Well, if you love to hate her in that, then you should definitely watch American Horror Story Coven, because she
Um,
plays the biggest mean word in the entire world in American Horror Story Coven.
is
Like
that
she's
why they have her at Scream Queens?
yeah, she worked on 2 seasons of American Horror Story, and then she got moved over to Scream Queens, which basically she's one of the headliners
Mm-hmm.
as far as roles are concerned.
Oh, wait. Side note, real quick. I learned something scary.
What?
Remember when I freaked out about the Lovely Bones, right? That was one. That was
That's the scariest movie to you, is you thought you were going to watch a movie about jewelry, and you're like, he's a 40-something-year-old man. Don't go downstairs in the basement. What's wrong with you?
right. Tell me how I just discovered yesterday that the younger sister of Susie, the chick who gets killed,
Mm-hmm.
tell me how that's Rose McIver? And Rose McIver is the same girl who plays Liv Moore in iZombie. And tell me how I didn't know that Rose McIver was a Power Ranger for Power Ranger RPM. And
No,
that this yes, wait, and the
she's been
girl
everywhere.
and the girl is from New Zealand. I didn't know she had an accent until now. I was like, you are good at this.
So you were watching Lovely Bones, Power Rangers, iZombie, same girl, no
Didn't
accent.
Well, what happened was I had to go backwards because on CW, I was watching Jane the Virgin, and you know how they have previews of like someone's doing a voiceover, and it's like, "Hi, I'm blah 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 from iZombie, and you'll be watching it in 5 minutes."
Yeah.
Rose McIver, Liv Moore said that, but it wasn't in her normal voice. It had an accent on it. I was like, "Where's this chick from?" So that's when I looked her up. I was like, oh, she's from New Zealand. That's cute. She has a longtime boyfriend, blah, 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 because I like to be nosy.
Yeah.
And then it said she was in The Lovely Bones in 2009. I was like, where was she in that movie? And I had to look her up. I was like, oh God, stop it. You're haunting me. And then I found out she was in Power Rangers. So then I looked it up on YouTube. I was like, oh my gosh, she was a ranger? Like, she's come a long way, leaps and bounds. There's other stuff she's been in, clearly, but
Yeah.
those three, I was like, what? So yeah, that was my scary fact of last week or this week. So, what about you? What is?
Oh no, I was just like, hey. I don't know what that was.
It's okay. I was like, oh, what's that?
Just what's behind me. This week I am trying to just make it through work.
Yes.
Doubles, and like the holiday season is coming at my coffee job, so that's gonna be a little stressful. But luckily, I had a nice nightcap to warm me up tonight. And tonight I had a Black Russian as usual, but it's always watered down with lots of ice.
Oh, mine looks like a Black Russian, but he's really brown and healthy.
That's right. You only like drink on air like once a month.
If that, because I don't really ever drink alcohol. Like,
Right? It's only for like the special. You only do it for like special holiday episodes. You're like, oh wait,
if
Maggie's
that.
on. If Maggie's on, like you'll drink, but like if Maggie's not on, you won't drink.
If there's like spiked eggnog or like a wine cooler or like Smirnoff or something.
Yeah.
But since I'm always either the responsible driver
Mhm.
or I'm never in a place where anyone else has a car, I can't drink. I just don't. I can't. So, oh, boo-hoo. First world problems, Joy. Just,
Oh.
ugh. But yes. Is there anything else going on? What are we talking about?
All right. So I think that that's pretty much it for tonight. But
Oh.
but our next episode is going to be super special. Thanksgiving's going to be coming up. Did you know that another word for stuffing is dressing? I didn't know that.
Yes, because I'm fat and I definitely know the words.
You're
I
like,
love
I
me
know
some
the words
stuffing.
for food.
I do know that. Yes, stuffing, dressing. I love it all. Oh my God, I can't wait.
So, because Thanksgiving's going to be coming up and there's nothing worse than having to deal with family. So, for our Thanksgiving episode, let's be stuffed with games. Let's cram as much game information and knowledge. Stuff's coming out. Call of Duty's coming out. Call of Duty Black Ops is coming out. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming out. Fallout's coming out. So we should definitely do some stuff. I have Rock Band.
Oh, you do?
Oh my gosh, I have Rock Band 4. Awesome. Guitar Hero, it's kind of cool because like as you're playing, like it's actual they have real models. We'll get into it. We're going to discuss a whole bunch of game stuff next episode. Sound good?
Yeah, it does. I'm excited.
That way you can talk about Metal Gear Solid, the game series that both of us really enjoy.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out if there's any other games. If I should Tomb Raider and tell you my experience. Oh, man.
Did you know that Tomb Raider is coming out in like 2 weeks?
Really? There's another one?
Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's coming out. We'll cover it. Because next episode, everything's coming out. So,
they're really packing it in for Christmas.
They are. It's always November. So we're going to talk about a ton of games as well as we'll probably do a little bit of movies. But next episode, get your holsters ready.
Oh man,
you're going to be Lara Croft.
I feel like I want to be her next year, like for Halloween. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but
just get 2 like baby belts.
Because I have a holster, but I just gotta probably go to the store and just buy a shirt, rip it up. Probably this shirt, rip it up, and then like some little cargo shorts. I don't know. I'll be cute though.
You should try it out for next episode. So guys, watch out for that. Add us on Twitter, Nightcap_show. Joy has a Twitter account, which is
it is Joy Infinity @JoyInfinity.
All right, and also check out her YouTube channel, which the information will be down below at the show notes. If you enjoyed the show, comment and/or like. More people equals more shows, probably. Even though we kind of like just doing this for ourselves.
And your Twitter and your YouTube is?
My Twitter account is the Nightcap Show one, so Nightcap_show at Twitter, and then my YouTube channel is chock full of Moxie, MOXIE, on YouTube. And I do a couple of like stupid little Let's Plays on the off weeks for this show.
I noticed that too, and I was like,
I know.
I want to do that.
It's not like a real thing. My Let's Plays are really stupid, and for the most part, it's just like a way for me to be like, oh yeah, by the way, after you're done watching this stupid video, go to Nightcap Show. So no, it's true. I figured out how to do like the interactive, like, ooh, click this spot on the screen, and it shows like a video of like you like dancing.
Yeah. I'm learning to do that actually.
I figured it out on iMovie, and like now that I know how to do it, I'm probably going to add it. The only thing I think for our show, we have to like hold out like little cardboard signs that says like, please comment down below, and then you'd hold one that'd be like subscribe, and then then I can add it in later. But that's stuff that you guys don't need